The following is a modded speed build in Stardew Valley. All mods will be linked in the description, and vanilla alternatives to modded furniture will be suggested. Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. I'm not expecting many returning viewers since it's a small channel, but I'm happy to have you here regardless. Gravity Falls is a beloved cartoon that's very dear to my heart, and its recent resurgence in popularity due to the Book of Bill's release has really inspired me to make a recreation of the Mystery Shack in Stardew Valley. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the vibes as I show and explain my decorating process. So for this episode of the Mystery Shack series, we'll be focusing on 3 main rooms: the museum, the gift shop, and the living room. Thanks to the gallery on the Gravity Falls wiki, I was able to find plenty of reference and images, so let's start with the museum. Honestly, the layout of the Mystery Shack still eludes me, but I believe the museum is more towards the entrance of the house, with the living areas being behind them as employees-only areas. Here is the photo I'm referencing from my interpretation of the museum. So first I started off with the wallpaper and flooring. I think this was the most challenging bit for me because I found a flooring that nicely matched the one in the show, but not a wallpaper, so I had to sacrifice one, and I ended up going with this dark kind of multicolored wallpaper from the Wizards catalog, but I changed it to that at the end as a last addition, so you'll see that soon. After that, I focused on museum attractions. I figured the secret statues, HMTGF, Forgamon, and Pinky Lemon were the perfect fit for the job. Oh, and let's not forget the jackalope taxidermy. To substitute, I used the squirrel figurine, but it's close enough, right? I also saw a treasure chest in the background, so I plopped one of those onto a table, and I used a crystal ball as filler. And then I added a few signs, and then the museum was done. Next was the guest shop. This was the reference I used for the upper half of the room. I placed a cash register on a table, then I placed a retro shelf in front of that to give the illusion that the cash register is on top of a crowded shelf. I saw a small stand with maps on it in the reference picture, so I used a brochure cabinet from the Junimo catalog to represent that. And of course, the t-shirts. I am so lucky that the Stardew Valley update included all the mystery items. The mystery shirts on the mannequins are literally perfect for this build. No, like seriously. Oh my god. Now for the lower half of the gift shop. These were my reference images. I couldn't fit that aquarium in the upper half, so I ended up putting it in the lower left corner. Then there's the all too important vending machine. I used the vending machine from the JoJo catalog and placed some items beside it to match the background as best as I could. I ended up using a crystal ball for this weird round thing and a plant for the plant. And last but not least, there's the living room. This was probably the easiest room for me to design, though for a moment I had the orientation of this room all wrong, so you'll see me fix that later. These were the references I chose for the living room. As you can see here, we've got a yellow recliner, a skull, an aquarium, a lamp, and a TV. Easy. The chair and lamp and TV are all self-explanatory, but for the big skull, I actually took an end table and placed a fossil on it, the prehistoric skull to be exact. I was actually really proud of that idea, even though it was simple and small. Oh, I should probably explain that the room was far too big for my liking, so I used bookshelves from the Wizard's catalog as dividers so the room felt less empty and more cozy and lived in. Of course, this is optional. If you can find a use for all that extra space, go for it. I could not, though. I really could not. Then, for the other half of the room, I placed down a pub table and yellow chairs, which you could find in a normal furniture catalog. And that wraps up the first episode of my Mystery Shack recreation. What are your thoughts? How did I do so far? Please leave any feedback in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye!